sometimes no publicity at all can be better for you. This is AirAsia, which is launching a lot of internal flights here in India. I hope their pilots have better maps than what they're giving you when you have those in-flight magazines, because in them they had parts of India, Jammu and Kashmir in particular, that were no longer parts of India, and instead had become parts of China and Pakistan. What's worse is these are very, very disputed territories between these particular sites. So a couple of passengers, when they were sitting on their flights and reading the magazine, suddenly thought, that's not correct. That's actually part of India, not part of other countries as well. They've complained. The government's come to AirAsia and said, this is ridiculous. Please change your in-flight magazine. Let's see if that really does have any effect on business, or whether cheap prices are what's going to actually drive people when they take flights.
So not only incorrect, but politically inflammatory too. Now, Rahul, in our program yesterday, we talked about artificial intelligence, we talked about digital agents, algorithms, robots taking over our lives. Journalists were among those who were going to be replaced by robots. That means you. There'll be a robot standing in the middle of the road with the teeth cleaners pretty soon. But there is a robot, or certainly robotic technology, causing a bit of a stir in India, I understand. What's the big deal?
Yeah, there's a lot of focus on this at the moment. Now, I don't know if you're a big fan of Indian food. Do you like your rotis, Mike? I mean,
I do, yeah. I love Indian food.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm British. We all love Indian food. I mean, curry's the national dish here.
It is more than it is in India sometimes, I think. And so, we all like to have, particularly from North India, we like to have our rotis every evening with our different curries that we eat. And this is a couple from Singapore who claim that they've developed the first robot Rotimatic, who are gonna make your rotis for you. It's not a very easy task, one has to say, but I generally get my mum to do it for me.
Can you describe what a roti is for those who are uninformed?
It's like who could be uninformed about the pleasures of a roti? What are they doing with their life? It's basically a small round sort of piece of bread. It's extremely thin, etc. And you use it to sort of mop up that liquid that you often have with Indian food, and it's absolutely delicious. If you're extremely unhealthy, you can put clarified butter on top of it, but generally people nowadays don't do too much of that. They are a pain to make them. The thing is, it's very expensive, this new world's first robot in your kitchen that's being launched. But, if you go online and you have a look at it, it doesn't look like a robot, to be perfectly frank with you. It looks a bit more like a photocopy, so it's left a few people scratching their head. Also, interestingly, they're not marketing it. It's going to go first to the United States. Now,